Hello, everybody. It is me, Darcy. It is him, Kris.
Yeah.
Also known as the man who has a soul as black as his car.
Seems right.
And a shit smug face. And welcome back to the Unnamed Podcast, the podcast where we sit here for and talk rubbish, mostly rubbish. A lot of rubbish.
Yeah.
Well, as always, we'll start things off with a little bit of channel news. Channel news, Kris. Anything you've got to add to channel news before I inevitably do the part of the job that you did never do and fill everyone in on everything?
Well, because I don't know everything.
Yeah,
that you
classic
know.
Kris. Thank you.
I don't have access to everything you've got.
Well, that doesn't mean you can't talk about channel news, Kris.
Well, the only thing I was possibly thinking of was maybe doing some recording myself as well.
Oh, well, there you go. Channel news. Kris might be considering doing some recording himself, yo. In terms of the actual channel news that can be confirmed,
Yes.
nothing new has happened with the Discord. As I said, me and Kris have a lot to discuss there on our end before we can really do anything
Patreon?
on. That's the one. There will be a Discord too, eventually. But again, that's got something to do with the Patreon and the Discord will be wrapped together in a way that I'm thinking of with Kris. But as I said, we've got a lot to talk about there on our end so that we can figure out what we want to offer there and how we can offer it. And like, you know, how we can make going there a worthwhile thing for people to do.
Yeah.
Because, you know, whilst we love like all the feedback from you guys and all that good stuff, we don't want to put out something that's just like, hey, pay us money and go watch us on YouTube. That feels kind of shitty.
That is true.
Yeah, so on the Patreon side, we've got a lot to discuss. So it exists, but there's not really a great deal happening there.
Probably not for a little while yet.
Not for a long time yet, probably. Maybe. Possibly. Skipping right along and keeping into that kind of tune, officially as of last time I checked, which was literally 5 minutes ago, but also to yesterday, last night, maybe, can't remember. It might have been this morning at some point. Oh, fuck if I know. Time just flies by. We have officially hit the 23, which makes us better than Jordan. And we know it. And there's...
Was it 22 last week or was it 23 last week?
No, it was 22 last week.
It was 22, okay.
Yeah, that we were the same as Jordan and his weird walk.
Oh, yeah.
But now we're better than him.
But they've never seen his weird walk.
Yeah, no. Guys, let me tell you, he just walks with his head. Okay? He just walks with his head. He's like, okay, it's weird. That's how we always know when you see Jordan. You're like, you're driving past a building sign and you just see an electrician walking with his head and you go, oh, Jordan.
Oh, yeah, there it is.
Yeah, no, good times. So yeah, we've officially hit 23. As always, really appreciated of it. Like, it means so much to us. Every time we see that tick up by like 1, it makes us like, well, it makes me. Kris never sees it because, you know, he just doesn't care about the channel or anything.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
But no, it literally every time it's like, yeah, it's like one of the like just best feelings in the world. Really, it really is, because it's just one of those things where you're like, oh my god, another person likes what we do.
Yeah.
Likes what we do enough to press a button. How good's that? Yeah, so that's awesome. Officially better than Jordan now, so we can just kind of be like, hey Jordan, you suck, and he gets to look forward to that the entire snow trip.
Oh, he does.
What else? So, channel news, what came out this week? Subnautica came out on Monday. That was a good one. Lots of me swimming around in that one. I built a base and I'm fairly sure I'm going to lose it. I'm fairly sure. You know why? Because I built it in a place where I couldn't find.
Yep.
And I'm going to build this base here because it took me so long to find this spot. And I'm like,
Surely
I'll
I'll remember
base.
where this... No.
And I'm like, in that way, I never have to find this spot again because this is where my base is. And I think about the fact that I need to leave my base to go and get stuff. Did I?
Yeah.
No, I didn't. So at some point, I will leave my base to go and get something and be like, there's my base.
Is it like beacons or something in
Technically speaking, I think my base gets marked if I put like a radio transmitter in it. But I have to build one of those.
there? Which means you gotta leave to get the stuff.
Yes. Yes, it does.
Oh, nice.
But yeah, you can build beacons.
Yeah.
When I'm playing there's like billions of beacons because I just like find something on like beacon, then I give it like a weird name.
Solid.
Yeah, one of my beacons is for the place where all the sharks are, and I don't want to go anymore because there's all the sharks.
I mean, fair. That makes sense.
It's morning, okay?
Yeah.
It says very clearly what's there and why I'm not going back there. Okay? Unless I have a submarine, in which case, yeah, I'll go back there. I'll fucking crash into some sharks. What are they going to do about it?
That's right. I forgot about that.
Boom! That's like my number one attack.
Yes, I've seen. Yeah. It's something.
When I get my big sub, I just go and like straight at those big, scary underwater monsters. I'm just like... And they like come at me and they're like, I'm going to scream in your face. I'm like, I'm going to smash into you at high speed. See who comes off better in that situation, sir.
Generally you.
Generally.
Sometimes they survive.
The other one that came out was Halo. Yeah, that came out today.
Yes.
You'll notice it's called Halo's Having a Stroke Again.
That's right.
That's very accurate. That was incredibly accurate to that day.
I forgot the reason behind that.
Just how long it took me to film what I filmed and how much I had to cut out of it. And
that's right. Yeah.
That's not even including the fact that if you look at the thumbnail, you can see that there is literally an enemy inside a wall as I'm kind of standing there looking at him. And
Nice.
that wasn't even the strokey part. That was just something that happened in the first game, and I was like, that's annoying.
Yeah.
Sucks to be that guy. He's going to spend the rest of this game in that wall because no one can kill him.
Ooh.
He's in a wall. Yeah. The real reason it was having a stroke was that just during gameplay, I would have no sound.
That's what I remember.
No sound. And it would be like, can't find a game. And I'm like, okay. And then it would come up like at the point where it was like, I've spent the time I have to look for a game has run out. Yeah. And you have to click the button to search for a new game. And you click the button and then like instantly be like, you're in a game. And I'm like, were we just not really looking before?
It seems like it.
But, aside from even when there was no sound, I was still having fun. But,
well, yeah.
I wish I had my sound, but I was still having fun. But other than all the waiting, I still enjoyed playing Halo a lot. It was just that the waiting was unbearable. At one point, I had a snooze. I kid you not, at one point I was literally waiting about half an hour for a game, so I had a bit of a kip.
Oh no.
But big thing about this week is that Kris wasn't in any of the videos except this one.
Yes.
And that's Subnautica. That got a lot of views. So I think we're going to just have to start cutting Kris out, replacing him with a big blue blob. Just get rid of him. Apparently everyone does hate your smug face.
Oh, fuck yeah.
And not just the people on the internet. Also the people at your job who wrote up that petition to have your smug face banned and said, Kris.
It didn't go through.
Well, no, Bunnings got back to me and said, look, we can't say to one person you have to wear a bag on your head because you've got an ugly smug face.
Yeah.
That would be discrimination. And I was like...
Get everyone to do it?
But it's true. Isn't that the protection against discrimination if it's true? If he does have an ugly smug face? And I'm like, it may be true, but you're not allowed to say it. I was like, oh, what about if everyone says it? Yeah.
Good work.
So,
good work.
Fucking nanny state, Kris. Nanny state.
It's bullshit.
Yeah, it is. Fucking Kris should have to wear a plastic bag over his head. No, that's murder. Paper bag.
Very much
Paper
is.
bag.
Well,
Either or.
I just put a hole in the bag. You're fine.
I'm not fussed either way. Yeah. So, yeah. What else is happening channel-wise? I've been editing some videos that we filmed last week. They're interesting.
Oh, yes, those ones.
Yeah, they're very interesting.
Yeah, no, those ones are.
I will say, I was editing the first one.
Yeah.
And I was like, where is a good place for this to start? Because obviously, we didn't, like, we normally have a format that we follow when we're filming. But because we had so many people and it was kind of pandemonium, I just started filming and was like, I'll find a place to start. That's a Darcy job.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like looking for this perfect place to start, you know, just before we start playing the game. And I think I found the most perfect one.
Yeah.
And it boils down like most things. I think it boils down like how I act to you a lot.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. I can't remember what I was saying.
Oh
yeah. I was finding the perfect spot to start that video.
Oh yes.
I noticed that I found the spot and it's just like, oh man, this sums up me and Kris pretty well. It's just me. I don't know what was said before.
Okay.
Because I can't remember it. Because I've technically edited most of this video, so I don't remember what I've cut. The parts that have been cut have been thrown to the ether. Okay. Yep. But it is just me saying to you,
yes.
Come on, we know you don't have any friends. I'm like, that is
okay.
Like, that is a perfect starting point. So it's going to be cut in from Darcy, introducing the videos, giving a little bit of background, straight into me saying to you, we know you don't have any friends.
Then I believe I turned around to Sam and asked him if he had any.
You do actually, yes. It's exactly what happened. You go, yeah. Yep. And then Kalisha says how she has 15 friends and needs 2 hands to count them plus 2 fingers. Maths.
Yeah.
No, yeah, so that one's almost edited. That'll probably be coming out early next week. If
so
not,
Monday? That would be early next
the week before. After.
Okay.
Definitely not the week before. It's not coming out this week. Yep. I know that for sure. I put the videos out.
Even I know that.
Exactly. Me and Kris have a few games to play, as always. We always say this. We always have games to play. We have a list. We're working through it.
And then we have games to play outside of this as well.
Yeah, obviously.
There's a large list of that one.
Yeah. I'm just playing cricket at the moment and baseball. I've been playing a lot of sports games recently.
Yeah.
I took up racing again.
Cool.
Yeah. Still can't race an F1 car. It's too powerful.
Yeah.
To break the channel news for just a second, I was recently playing F1 and I was like,
yeah,
all of the assists off, all of them off.
Okay.
F1 car, one of the fastest, and I'm just like, okay, let's do this. And the car just went straight into a wall. And I was like,
oh, nice.
Like well, when I say it went straight into a wall, didn't go straight into a wall because apparently one of the assists stops it from randomly pulling to the left. So the car just pulled to the left across all the traffic straight into the wall. And I was like,
why is that? What?
Like, that could be the traction control.
I mean,
maybe.
Possibly.
But for some reason, only one of my wheels seems to have super traction, and it's that front one.
It's the front left.
Yeah. Either that
God.
or Ferraris just pull to the left. No one's ever mentioned it.
Maybe.
Well, so you're playing a Ferrari. News about that. It pulls terribly to the left. How terribly? Well, when you start, like you turn the car on and you put your foot on the accelerator, you'll be going about 5 kilometers an hour. It'll start pulling hard to the left. Like you're going to be making no forwards momentum, but all sideways momentum. I don't think I want to buy this car. Good choice.
Good.
Buy a house. Make a good investment. No, but yeah, so back to channel news.
Funny.
As always, me and Kris have a lot of games to play, but we're always looking for more. We are always willing to take on new challenges, new ideas. So if you folk at home have any, please feel free to put them in the comments, and we'll endeavour to look into that.
You'll see it before I do.
Kris won't see it at all. He'll just walk around with his eyes closed. What?
Again, I don't have access to the account, so I don't get notifications on it.
That's good. Yeah, anything to add to that, Kris? Anything to add to that? Anything.
No, other than what I said at the start.
Yeah, he's got nothing. I do have a little bit, like, it's sort of channel news, it's sort of not-ish.
Okay.
But pretty much, if you're a fan of the show, or Jordan, hello. Why do you walk so weird? You'll obviously know, because me and Kris talk about it quite often, we have the snow trip coming up. And I plan to take a lot of footage of that snow trip, so I'm not sure how we're going to do that, but possibly that could be something we chuck up on the Patreon. It's a little bit of behind the scenes. You get to see Kris in his non-natural element outside.
Never natural. yeah. Is it outside of my room? Yes. It's not natural.
And, so depending on the quality of the stuff we've taken, it's going to be a super long trip. There's going to be a lot of footage. The GoPro is prepped. I've even got my little car mount for it now.
Very nice.
So it currently has a phone thing attached, but that's just so I don't break the bits.
Fair. I have a feeling we're gonna have to do it. I'm gonna have to, while on the drive, reference How I Met Your Mother.
No.
We're gonna have to do it. We cannot tell Jordan that.
But way to go, smart guy. We're not going to tell Jordan something that we just put on the internet.
How often do you think he watches this?
Doesn't
or
matter,
pays
Kris.
attention enough to know.
It's on the internet now. It's like, hey, I want to keep this really big secret. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to say it and then record it and then put it on the internet because that'll stop it. Like, he doesn't even have to watch it. Someone else could watch it and just tell him. Our friends are his friends.
I mean, yes.
That's good.
They heard what I said. They won't tell him.
That's good.
Actually, speaking of his walk, I told him about that at one point.
Yeah.
He got up and started walking.
I don't walk like this.
He got up, and the look on his face was just like, "Am I doing it?"
So that's like one of my favorite
gold.
things to do. It's a super dick thing, but I just love telling people that they do something to put in their mind that they do it, even if they never have. Even if it's something they've never done. I like to just be like, I get really annoyed when you do this, and like, wait, I do that, and it's like all the time, and then they're like, wait, am I doing it? Am I doing it?
And then they start trying to do the same thing to see if they actually do it.
Yeah.
It's gold. It's fantastic.
But yeah. So depending on the footage we get, obviously there's probably going to be some from the car. There's going to be some on the mountains. There's going to be some when we're just fucking around at the apartment. But yeah, so if some of that's good quality stuff, entertaining, funny, just great. It's a possibility that might go up as a special video on the YouTube, or even be put on the Patreon, depending, all things depending.
We'll find out closer to the day.
Yeah. Probably
After
a few
the
months after the day,
Yes.
when I actually go back and look at what we've got. Yeah. So I think that just about wraps up channel news.
Yeah.
I think we're good with that. So I got a few questions here for you, Kris.
Okay.
I got some stuff. I think we'll start with the first thing.
Yeah.
COD Season 5. Are you ready for it? Are you excited? Are you pumped? Are you?
Oh, just so excited! Like, can't wait.
I'm going to come.
Can't wait.
I'm coming. I have bought all of the COD season passes for Modern Warfare 2 up to Season 4. Did not buy Season 4.
Yeah.
And I have this thing where it's like, especially for COD, like for other games, it's not so much of an issue, like Halo, because I can literally get them whenever I feel like it.
True.
But for COD, I will buy and I will hammer out all the season passes until one, and I just don't buy it.
Yeah.
And then after that, it's broken. I never go back and buy a season pass again.
That sounds right. Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to saving money.
Did you?
No, I'll probably check it out. I'll have a look. I'll squiz. I will be unimpressed. As I said, Season Pass 4 had literally one thing I wanted, and I made the executive decision that even though I really wanted that, like that was the one thing I'd been asking for since the game released, I wasn't going to waste my money to get one thing. It was just like, no.
And we barely even played the last season anyway.
Yeah, it was. Look, honestly, that's how COD goes. I find. That's why I've never gotten into Fortnite. Even though, like, I know people who play it and are like, "Oh, you'd like it," and I'm like, probably wouldn't. I'm like, because
that great.
For me, and this is why I like Halo so much more than COD.
Mm-hmm.
Progression, I don't give a crap about. I don't care about battle passes, season passes. The feeling of progression. I like fun gameplay that is repetitive and fun.
Well, yes, and if you want progression, you'll go play a story-based game.
Exactly.
Makes sense.
So I've, Call of Duty has one of the best battle passes and progression systems. I say this, I don't care about progression. I am like level 400 and something possible. I can't even remember my level, but it's in the many hundreds.
Yes.
So I have been playing it for a very long time, and I have been progressing, but I just don't care because other than a few good multiplayer matches where I get in with a good group of people and we're having fun, we're chatting, we're just having a blast, I generally sit there in Call of Duty and it feels like a situation of, can this please be over?
Yeah. I can agree.
I don't think I would enjoy Fortnite at all because I think Battle Royale is one of the most boring game modes there is.
Oh, it is.
Where it's like, you jump in, oh, you've got one life. I know it's massive in streaming, but you're like, jump in, you've got one life, and you're just like, oh, this and oh, that, and it's like, yeah, but it's just so dull. Like, I've seen so many games where people come across no one. I've played so many games where I've come across no one until near the end when you're just kind of like, okay, I've got to make a break for the new circle. You step out and bang.
And even then,
snipe from across the map.
Even in that situation there, you could have gone through the entire game of not really seeing anyone and still have shit gear.
Dude, I can have good gear. It's just like, there comes a point where it's like, I have to move now. And as you start moving, bang, you're sniped. You're sniped. And you're like...
Yeah, I quite often went in, like, because I was always playing with others. I'd go to a building, be shit stuff in there. I'd go to the next buildings, like, already looted, all of that, and I wouldn't have anything. I wouldn't even have a gun. I would literally just have the pickaxe from the start.
Yeah. My other issue is that... this might be a shocker to people, but in most big open multiplayer giant world maps, first person shooters, I actually do play a sniper. I do. That's my main class. I don't often snipe when I'm playing Halo because that's just super difficult.
Oh yeah.
But like Modern Warfare 2 in DMZ, Modern Warfare in Warzone. When I was playing those, I would snipe, and I hate how Call of Duty does sniper rifles. No. They're sort of just like really slow assault rifles that do more damage. They do not have the range they need.
Yeah,
and I say that as someone who played Battlefield 4. Battlefield 4.
Okay. Yep.
Mainly as a sniper, unlocked everything in the sniper class before anything else. And I think at this point I have unlocked most things.
Okay, yep.
But like, I was someone who would sit there in a building with my sniper rifle on hardcore, literally staring across like the map. And you're doing the wind adjustment. You're using your binoculars to look into the building to see if there's any movement. And I would be someone who's sitting there with my mates, and I'd be like, oh, there's movement, and they'd be like, where? I'm like, right in that tiny corner of that window. And they're like, you can barely see that, and I'm like, there's someone there. Pull out my rifle, line it up, bang, headshot. And I'm like, you see, I love sniping. It's one of the best things to do in those big maps, unless it's Call of Duty, where it's like, no, that person's 300 meters away. Your sniper is not going to hit them. Not unless you like aim up and you put the. It's like it's 300 meters. That's like a sniper's fucking. That's You might as well use the iron sights on a sniper at that range.
Oh, yeah.
A normal rifle's still in range at that point. These things are for, like, 900 meters, not 300 meters. And it's like, nah, you inaccurate after that point. And I was just like, I hate the way they do it. The whole point of a sniper rifle and a sniper-based class is that you use the sniper rifle for long range, which Call of Duty, because it's basically designed around multiplayer that they've never done. And, you know, how many times do you get up close with an assault rifle versus someone with a sniper rifle and they put you down? Because they quick scope and all of this with it. And it's like, it's a fucking sniper rifle.
Yeah.
It's not designed for that. Why do you think that snipers don't use it for close range? They have someone there with an assault rifle. So, yeah. Pretty much season 5 of Call of Duty, I really don't give a crap. I'll check it out. I'm not going to buy
obviously.
it. I'd rather save the COD points that I've earned for a thing in the shop. A nice skin pack that will give me a bonus if I decide to go back to DMC. Because that's not pay to win at all.
No, not at all.
Yeah. No, I think that's kind of funny.
That is.
What about this one, Kris? Dead by Daylight news. Xenomorph's coming.
Oh, that's interesting.
That could be fun.
It could be.
I wonder if it'll be a year before Halloween.
That would be nice. You know what else would be nice before Halloween?
Nicolas Cage.
Yes. Okay. Yes.
Him and the Xenomorph are going to team up. They're both killers. I said that's like my biggest thing.
No,
Nicolas
not
Cage.
a killer.
I know it sucks.
Yeah.
He should be. You should just choose Nicolas Cage, and it's like a 50-50 whether you're a survivor or the killer.
Have you seen anything on Nicolas Cage? I can't remember the exact stuff, but it's pretty funny.
Mm.
It's lines from movies that he yells out, and it gives him like a debuff and a massive buff at the same time for a short period of time.
That's pretty funny. No, there's a few, like, before we do if we do Dead by Daylight for Halloween, I probably want to jump on. I don't know what system we're going to do it on, because I'm pretty sure I own it on everything, except of course the Switch.
I only have it on PlayStation.
Well, I have it on everything. But whatever one we decide to play it on.
Sorry. I have it on PlayStation, Xbox, yeah. You good point.
I want to jump on and have a look and maybe do some purchasing. Get a few.
Yeah.
I want to get the Bruce Campbell skin as well.
Said that. Yeah, that's good one. Good one. Yeah, fair point.
And maybe pick up a few killers, but mainly I want to get a Survivor skin because I think the Survivor skins are kind of better than the killer skins for a lot of it because they're you actually get to see them.
Oh yeah.
As opposed to the killers who like
you don't really see anything.
It's not even that you don't even see anything.
By them.
It's like I play as the Wraith. I have since day one.
Yeah.
New killers come out and they're like, oh, this is their power, this is their power, this is their power. And at the end of the day, I'm just like, I like the Wraith's powers better.
Yeah.
I just like going invisible.
Honestly, I think I played killer once. Because I was generally playing with the group, so we were all just survivors.
But yeah, as I said, like when I do play killer, I have a killer that I prefer. So it's like when the new killers come out, like these are their powers. It's like, yeah, but I have one that I prefer.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, really?
It's always
and the killers, like with the survivor, you're literally getting a skin. Yeah, you get their buffs and their perks and everything, but like honestly, half the time I don't even realize if the perks are working or not. And like I put on perks like the one that allows me to get away slightly faster. So like if you get off the hook, you get a sprint boost or something like that. Yeah. Can't remember what it is. And it's like, sure, they're taking effect, but I don't fucking notice. No. But with my killer, it's like, I know how to play this one. I like playing this one. Just because you've released a new killer doesn't mean I'm going to learn a whole new system.
No, it's a lot.
Yeah. But the Xenomorph, that could actually be a killer that I'd be interested in.
That would be fun. I hope so.
They really missed the mark with Nick Cage. That would be a killer 100% I'll play.
Yes. Might have to take up a killer.
Yeah, absolutely. I'd just be like Nick Cage killer. Absolutely. Everyone. You'd just be playing games where you're being hunted by Nick Cage, and there would be people who are like, holy crap, this is the scariest thing ever. Because he's a real person. This could happen.
Oh, it could. It really could.
The man is insane.
Oh, yes. I've been keeping an eye on it as well with the massive update for Phasmo. With all the new gear and everything.
Yeah, how's that looking?
It's still not out.
Doesn't surprise me. Probably won't come out.
It was supposed to be coming out last month.
As I said, it doesn't surprise me.
Yeah.
Remember how they said they're doing console stuff?
Yes.
And I said, what did I say when you read out they were doing console stuff?
I can't remember. That was weeks ago.
I said that is a worrying thing to hear, considering they haven't even finished or optimized the game for PCs yet.
Oh, wait.
Because doing something for console, while it adds to your player base, sometimes, it's a lot of work.
No, yeah, of course.
And if you're not fully, up to scratch with your basic PC release, you end up with PUBG Xbox.
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure the whole thing is they were trying to get all of the new equipment and everything added in before console started. But, I mean, it might do. Console's supposed to be like end of this month, I think.
Look, as I said, it's always a worrying sign when they do that, because I don't like to be cynical, but it does sound like it's a money grab.
No, yeah,
because people have been playing Phasmo on their PCs for years.
Oh, yeah.
It's not a game that you need a super top-end PC to play either.
Yeah, true.
So, the only people who don't have it on PC who want to play it are people who are so hardcore console they refuse to play things on PC.
Or they do have a PC they can't handle.
Or they've never spent any money on their PC.
Yes.
But even at that point, I'm going like, okay, maybe you'll pick up these players. But
maybe.
As I said to you then, I'll say it again, console players have a higher expectation than PC players.
That's true, yes.
Of games. And if you put out something on a console that isn't great, it's very unlikely that it'll ever, even if you work on it and make it great, it's very unlikely people will ever go back to it.
It's true.
Whereas PC, PC gamers are so used to, early access was invented for the PC pretty much.
Yeah.
So they're kind of more accepting of it, and they're happy to buy into a game for cheap, with the intention of getting better. How do you think Minecraft made so much money?
Very true.
Back when Minecraft first came out, it was like, give us $5 and you can get early access. You can get this game that's in beta pretty much.
Yeah.
We're going to keep working on it. We just need the capital to keep working. And now it's one of the most bought games ever.
Very true. Very true.
And it's like, people on the PC will accept that. If they had brought it to the consoles first, Minecraft would be dead.
Oh,
like 100%. It didn't come to the consoles till after it was properly finished, released, working. So, as I said, I'm a little bit worried about that, especially considering they've still got a lot of working to do.
True.
And there's probably some quality of life upgrades that need to happen with Phasmo.
Yeah.
Especially surrounding how some of the equipment works.
Well, I think
I don't think I need to remind.
Fixed with the
all I'm saying is, I don't need to remind anyone that. It was EMF 5 when the whole time the EMF's been like 2, 3, 2, 2, 2, 2. Hey, when I was killed by that ghost when I was holding the EMF? Yeah, it was a 2. And you're like,
yeah.
Oh, so it's obviously not EMF 5. And it's like, oh no, it was EMF 5. It's like, the EMF never said 5. At no point. Even when the ghost was strangling the shit out of me and I put the EMF in its fucking face, it still just went 2.
Yeah. No.
So, yeah.
That is definitely something that should have been fixed.
As I said,
I could understand it when they actually bring the new stuff out to a degree if you had the base model.
Look, as I said.
The base model? Yeah.
As I said, the game, I enjoy the game.
Oh, yeah.
it still has far too many. It's still too messy and still needs a lot of work. And they seem to have put that all on the cooker. Like, how long have we been waiting for the lighthouse now?
I don't know.
And they've put in the thing. Oh, it's coming soon. They put it in the
no, they put a hint into
They
it.
put a hint, which means that they are going to work on it.
Yes.
But they first announced it over a year ago.
Yes.
Saying, hey, we're going to work on it.
It's not in... Oh, actually, was it? I just can't remember whether it was in the next quarter or whether it's actually just going to be next year.
I'm pretty sure it's next year.
Yeah.
Which means that, yeah, we've gone a little while without getting a new map, which is the lifeblood to Phasmophobia. You need to keep new maps in there.
Oh, yeah.
You, if I'm being honest, you probably need a new map every 3 months.
Yeah, that'd make sense.
If we're being
because that'll keep
fair,
bringing people back in.
we need a new map at least every 6 months.
At least, yeah.
If we're doing the bare minimum, a new map every year.
Which we've
That's not going to keep people in, though.
No, it's not. Like, we've gotten the Asylum.
Mm-hmm. That was last year, though.
Yes. So nothing this year.
Mm-hmm.
Other than the new equipment
Now,
when
okay.
it finally comes out.
Allow me to talk about my game development skills. I have used Unreal Engine a couple of times, and I have built a map where I had to put my own buildings into that I designed.
Yeah.
So that people could explore my architecture and walk around it. That's it. I didn't have to worry about anything like interactivity or blah blah blah. But even that only took about a week and a half. So 2 years for a new map doesn't seem great on their behalf. Not fixing the EMF, that's pretty poor.
Yeah, that one.
And now, as I said, this whole console thing just makes me go, guys, get your PC working, then worry about console.
That would be the ideal thing. Especially when they're looking at bringing out all the new equipment. Like, there's bound to be bugs.
Oh, there's going to be
There's
bugs.
going to be bugs, and it's right as the console's coming out.
But will the console have the new equipment?
I believe I did
bones?
read something about it being like we get to test them out first. So it seems like it's going to be PC gets them first, so they can fix it, find out what's wrong with it, and then later on, do the rest. It looks like I think that's what what it sounds like.
That's standard. But as I said, there are issues there that I am just, as a cynical me, is going, guys, you don't have... Your game is fun. I love it. It still needs some work done to take it from fun, irritating, to good.
Well, yes, yeah.
There's still a bit of work there that needs to be done. As I said, EMF, but... I don't like when a game that's not finished goes, hey, you know what? We know you've all been waiting for it. We're putting it on other consoles and going to do a bunch of work to get that. Because let's be real, even though the Xbox is practically a computer,
yes,
and even though the PlayStation has its own design suite, PC, PlayStation, and Xbox are different.
Yes,
You've got to work on all three of them.
Yeah.
Let's, how about we get the first system running, and then we'll look into the others.
Oh yeah,
and considering that it literally turns your very expensive gaming laptop into a noise machine whenever you play it,
yes,
it definitely has some optimization stuff because it's not that graphically demanding.
No,
I've looked at the numbers while playing it.
Yeah, no, it's really not. It shouldn't be jumping up as much as it does.
There's a little bit of information. There's a little bit of stuff that needs to go on there.
Yeah.
In other news, you can get a 2 terabyte SSD chip with heatsink that fits in your PS5 for about $200.
Oh, that's not bad.
Well,
it's pretty good.
Almost triples your.
It does triple. It does.
However, I did learn this because I'm looking up getting one for the PC to run a lot of the filming stuff off, so that I have just way more extra storage. if you are going to put one, this is what I've learned, if you are going to put one in a PC, one of the new ones, or if you intend to put any of them, even old ones, into a PS5, you need a heatsink.
Oh, yeah.
It will melt otherwise. Like, if you're getting an older one, you don't need a heatsink in the PCs, but PS5 is all needs heatsink.
Yeah, I haven't grabbed anything for the PS5 yet. One, don't have the funds for it. But otherwise, I haven't done a lot of research on it either.
As I said, I was looking at them the other day, and I just saw one that was I think it was $230 for 2 terabytes. So I'm like, that's actually
for an SSD. That's really
with
good.
heatsink, with pre-installed heatsink. So you don't have to. I know heatsinks aren't the hardest thing to put on, nor are they that expensive, but $230 for 2 terabytes with pre-installed heatsink, you're like,
a really good price.
I can buy that.
Yeah.
And that seems to be its flat price. That's not on sale or anything. That's just what it costs.
And again, that's good.
Oh, and I also saw some benchmarks. It's probably the second best one on the market at the moment.
Shit.
So yeah,
that's
some consumer advice.
Worth it.
Yeah. If you've got the capital, go out and buy one.
Yeah.
Okay, Chris. We'll keep moving along.
Yeah.
Oblivion remake. Have you heard anything about it?
No.
Alright, let me tell you what I know about it. It was a leak type situation.
Okay, yes.
So, nothing that I know about it is actually confirmed. Apparently, it's being done by the same company that's doing the Metal Gear Solid 3 remake.
Okay, yeah.
But I just heard it, and I've played a bit of Oblivion. I haven't played a lot because I got it after I played Skyrim because I liked Skyrim so much. I was like, Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion. I like Skyrim. I'll play it.
Yep.
It's a lot older. It feels older.
Oh, yeah.
It definitely feels it. So I would actually be pretty up for a remake that kind of fixes some of its issues, brings it more modern style, and fixes all the ugly potato faces. The faces are terrible in that game.
I would expect so.
Yeah. But not terrible as in that was what faces looked like when the game came out.
Oh, okay.
I mean terrible as in they are potato faces. At the time, they were doing much better faces. In fact, before it came out, they were doing much better faces. Even original PS1 Solid Snake's face, which did not have eyes or a nose or any discernible features, looked more human than these potato faces.
Okay. That I haven't.
But yeah, as I said, there's everyone's. It seems that the leak source is reliable, possibly, maybe.
Okay.
But no one's really sure. No one really knows what's going on. But I was I'm up for an Oblivion remake. From what I've heard, it's one of the better games. Story wise, apparently it's better than Skyrim.
Okay. Yes.
But because it's old and potato faced, very hard to go back to.
Yeah.
So you bring that into a nice world, you up the graphics to modern graphics.
Yeah.
First of all, you're gonna have something that looks amazing because, from what I can remember, the city itself could look fantastic in modern, and it wouldn't have the loading problems.
True.
The city was broken into 4 sectors, and you would have to load between sector. And
yeah,
I hate that.
That was pretty standard for all the games, though.
Well, that's kind of one of the things when I go back to Knights of the Old Republic and Knights of the Old Republic 2.
Yeah.
Is the fact that this in the modern world, it's each section's this, and you're run forwards, run back, run forwards. Fortunately, because modern PCs are so powerful, it's loading time is this.
Yeah.
But it's this door is a loading screen, and there was back when I first played it, those loading times weren't short, and it was you're in this one giant hallway that is broken into 3 sectors. So I was you've got to talk to someone in this apartment down this side, and now you've got to talk to someone in an apartment on the other side. You've got to go through 3-4 loading screens.
Oh no. That's not good.
Yeah, but no,
I suppose the original Xenoverse did something like that.
Yeah.
When you're in the main hub world.
Yep.
It was broken up into 3 and the loading times were horrible.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
Yeah, Potato Faces.
Yeah.
But yeah, like that's kind of. Oh, sorry. Just looking at when it came out.
Well, hopefully they don't fix it.
2006. So that was 2006 graphics.
Oh.
Yeah, it wasn't good.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, so upgrading that game, making it new, making it shiny,
Yeah, that'd be...
giving people human faces.
yeah, of course. That would be nice.
Yeah, and giving people a chance to play it, because my thoughts are Skyrim has been released so many times.
Yes.
So many times.
I
think just for a little bit of something different until we get Elder Scrolls 6, which won't even be started working on until Starfield is finished.
Yes.
And then Fallout 5 is going to be started working on after Elder Scrolls 6 is finished. So they've announced this is like my favorite thing. They've announced Fallout 5. It is coming. Yes. However, it could be a decade away because they work on one game. They work on one game at a time.
Yes.
And they currently have 2 ahead of it. One of them is coming out this year, but I can guarantee you they're still working on it.
Oh yeah,
and for about 2 months after they've released it, they'll still be working.
100%, because it's a massive game. They're gonna need to.
And then Elder Scrolls 6 and Elder Scrolls 6, and then they're gonna work on Elder Scrolls 6, which I don't know how long Elder Scrolls normally takes to make, but that could be like 4 or 5 years. Yeah, and then it's just like, okay, now we're gonna start work on Fallout 5.
That's it. Well, yeah, as I said, it's gonna be a while, 100%, because they're massive games. The first 2 to 3 months is always
fixing.
Let's face it, the first 2 to 3 months of a game should be that. Let's just consider it a beta test. That's what it is.
Unfortunately,
it's just a mass beta test.
Yeah. So, yeah, I don't know. I think it'd be a good change to get a Oblivion remake as opposed to
another Skyrim. Yeah, that would be.
And because Oblivion's based in Syria. Can't remember the name of it. It's the capital of the empire. It's not a snowy tundra. It's actually more high fantasy. It's not supposed to be. It's supposed to be like a jungle.
Okay.
From the original games, but they kind of changed it into just more high fantasy type layout.
Okay.
So, yeah, as I said, I'd be really
still be interesting.
I'd be excited to see it and kind of finally get something a little bit different to Skyrim.
Yeah. That's fair.
Yeah. Kind of sick of Skyrim releases.
What's that? Here it is again.
Just because you can play it on anything now doesn't mean that they have to find something new to play it on. You can play it on your Switch. You can play it on your PC, Xbox. You want to play it special edition? We got that too. You want to play it on your fridge? Go for it. That's not a joke.
I'm aware. I'm aware it's not a joke.
Like, it won't be long until they're like, "Hey, you see this potato? Fucking Skyrim."
Put a screen in it. There you go.
Not even a screen. It's just this potato has Skyrim installed. Fucking love it. Put that in your salad and eat it.
Chuck it in the pot. We got half hour to finish the game.
This potato is full of spiky metal bits. That'd be Skyrim. But yeah, no.
Eat your lumps.
Take your lumps. You're probably fighting a troll right now. I'm not sure. I don't know how to play Skyrim on potato salad, but apparently we are.
Look, I can just imagine a parent later that night, it's like, oh, my stomach hurts. And that'd be the troll.
But yeah, no, that's I don't want to see Skyrim released again. I know it's been like just a cash cow for them, but if you are going to re-release a game, please make it something different.
Oh yeah.
And I think the fun thing about that is that if an Oblivion remake got done, looked good, sold well, that could open up some other games for remakes, like New Vegas.
Yeah.
That'd be one that could look like. I've played a bit of New Vegas. And let me tell you, the Mojave Wasteland.
Yes.
It's not pretty. But it could be.
Oh yeah.
In modern day. Like you look at a lot of modern day games, they can make deserts look.
Oh yeah.
So I would love to see. this
you
happen.
don't have to look at it like from Starfield. Starfield. That was
Well, it wouldn't be them doing the remake. Is the big thing.
Yeah, okay.
Because they'd be making the new games.
True.
So they'd
but
kind
when
of
you
be
have a look at the quality
palming
of
it off.
that,
They'd be like, "Hey, you make this game."
yeah, make this game. Here's some tips from these guys.
Just
Then
in
you
your
end up with
face,
something good.
rubbing it in your face. But I don't
Yeah.
want to make this game. Yeah. No. Yeah. As I said, it could be awesome, and it could be an opening thing to make some of these other good games, like games that people have loved from Bethesda,
Mm-hmm.
Fallout 3, Fallout New Vegas,
Be good.
a chance to get them the nice upgrade treatment, make them pretty.
wait.
I've never played Fallout 3.
I've
I never will.
seen bits and
because
pieces of it.
I've seen bits and pieces of it, and I'm like, while everyone may say it has great gameplay, it's got a great story, it looks like it came out of the back end of a dog.
It does.
It is very ugly.
Oh, yeah.
And
Don't worry. At the time, it was okay.
at the time it would have been fantastic.
Yeah.
But we no longer live in those times. We're spoiled. That's why I can't go back and play Final Fantasy VII.
There's a lot of games we can't go back to.
Can't go back.
Something.
You know, I own Final Fantasy VII on the Xbox. Not the remake, the original one.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can't go back and play that. I like my eyes too much. I don't want them ripped out by fucking Cloud's hair.
There was I can't even remember what it was now, but there's a game I bought.
The current
A
Buster
few-
Sword has more polygons than that entire game.
It's true, yes. No, there was a game that I bought a few weeks before getting my PS4.
Mm.
So I didn't end up playing it fully. Then a couple months later, I'm like, I should probably play that game. Okay.
And it hurt.
Oh, it did.
I
Just holding the controller.
No.
Hurt.
I'm going to say I had my Xbox One and my 360
Yeah.
at college at the same time, like when the Xbox Ones first came out.
Yeah.
And for most of the games I was playing,
Yeah.
you would sit there and go, I can't really tell the difference.
Yeah.
Can't tell it. I can't call it. Until one day I walked in, because college was kind of like, I had a few people who were like, hey Darcy, we know you have FIFA on both systems. And the FIFA game was massive at college. Like for a lot of guys there, it was the only video game they played.
Yeah.
And they're like, can we play it? Like if you're not here or you've got, can we come in and load up the game and play it on the new Xbox? And I was like, yeah, whatever, I don't care.
Yeah.
I trust you guys. Just don't, go spreading the word to every Tom, Dick, and Harry that I let you come in and play on my Xbox because I don't want to just walk in and find people. I may have lived with them all, but with 130 guys living under one roof, there's a few people who don't know very well.
Cool.
And I was like, I know you guys well. I've been here for 2.5 years with you.
Yeah.
I trust you. But
Which is fair.
just don't tell everyone because I don't want to walk into my room after a fucking 9-hour day and find a bunch of first years treating it like a lounge room.
Yeah.
And so they're like, no, we won't tell anyone, we'll do this. So anyway, one day I walked in and there were 4 of them, but we only had 2 Xbox One controllers.
Yeah.
So what they had done is they brought another monitor down and 2 of them were playing on the Xbox One and 2 of them were playing on the 360. And it wasn't until that point where they were both playing the same game, both playing FIFA 14 on the Xbox, side by side, that I went, holy shit, the new one looks amazingly better.
Yes.
Like, just even the wide out FIFA view of the grass, I was like, yeah, that's the Xbox One, that's the 360. And this was the same game, and I was just like, oh yeah, no, the new systems are much better looking.
Oh, yeah.
Because, like, up until that point, I'd just been playing them individually. It'd be like, I want to play this 360 game. So I'd jump on 360, and then, like, I'd stop it, do some work.
Yeah.
Be like, I'll play the Xbox One, playing the One, start playing, I'm like, man, you can barely tell the difference. But seeing them side by side, I was like, oh yeah, no, there's a fucking difference. It's massive.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah. But I do think that it'd be great. Like, if it works, and if it is a thing that's happening and it works, it opens us up to getting some older games that I haven't played just because of the fact that I'm like, I know Fallout 3 is one of everyone's favorites. I know Fallout New Vegas is a favorite.
Yes.
I know it's probably one of the best ones.
I've heard, yes.
But it does look ugly.
Oh, wait.
And I just don't want to...
I think that's why I never really got into the Fallout series.
Hmm.
As much as I heard the great stories, and I did watch a few people play it, like a few mates play it. And I'm like, yeah, this does look interesting. I don't want to sit there looking at it for hours because of how it looks.
Don't get me wrong, by all accounts, Fallout 4 is kind of the worst of Bethesda's Fallouts. But it looks good.
Oh, so. It looks a lot better.
So that's the one I play.
Yeah. I haven't gone fully into it either because... Well, that's the thing. It looks good. There's a lot of empty space.
See, that's the fundamental difference between me and you, is that for me, I like the building elements.
Oh no, I'm well aware that you liked it.
And I go a little bit heavy with it.
Oh yeah, of course you do.
I just thought that was an interesting one that I'd be really interested in seeing.
That would be good.
Yeah, and so just really, really interesting one. Could be good. Could actually open the door for some of these other games to get remakes. I know we kind of live in the era of the remake right now.
Yes,
and a lot of people are like, ugh, not another remake. But if I'm being honest, a remake is a good shot.
It is.
If the game's old enough.
Yeah.
We didn't need another remake of The Last of Us.
No.
We could have. They could have remade something that wasn't remade. So new
on the previous generation console.
Yeah. Like, I think a remake is good if it was made for 2 to 3 console generations earlier.
Yeah.
We're using console generations here as a time frame because PCs don't really have generations.
Yes.
I know there's probably PC people out there who are like, no, but graphics card generations, like, I don't really count those because they're less of a deal.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, if you have a game from the Xbox 360, I think it's fair to remaster that for the new stuff.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
Because it's a generation old, even if it still holds up. Halo 3, for example. Halo 3 by no means is ugly. But I am 100% waiting for the Halo 3 anniversary treatment like the other 2 games got.
Ooh,
because it's going to look phenomenal.
That would be nice.
Just chug it into the Master Chief Collection 343. Just do it. Just fucking do it.
Come on.
The goodwill would be amazing.
Oh, it would be.
And if all you've done is just made it look almost as good as better than what Halo 2 anniversary looked.
Oh.
You won.
Yeah.
Everyone will bow down at your feet. And while you're at it, just, casually, very casually, ODST.
Oh.
While we're doing this, we did that as well. Just drop it. Don't tell anyone. Just add it to the game. Have it there. It's been 10 years. Fucking do it.
Just have everyone turn the game on one point.
Has it been 10 years?
Just have it say ODST at the top. And so, hang on, here we go.
You gotta do Halo 3 first, though.
Oh,
never forget.
Of course.
I just gotta check if it's been 10 years yet, because the others all came out after 10 years.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So like.
So what are we looking at? We're not 10 years.
No, it's been 10 years. 2007.
Oh, okay. I had a glance. I thought that said a later date.
No. So
it's been over 10.
Yeah, where is it, guys? Come on. No, don't be looking at me saying like, Halo 3 looks as good as it could ever look. We thought that at the time. We know it can look better. We've seen Infinite. Infinite, for all its flaws, looks amazing.
It does.
Where is Anniversary 3? You guys don't even have to write the story for that one. It's already done. Just make it look good.
That is it.
Man. I take that back. It already looks good. Make it look amazing.
Yes.
It's a win. It's an easy win.
Chug
in ODST into it. Double easy win. Then start working on Halo Reach. We want all of them looking fantastic.
Yes.
And then you know what? Because it's probably been 10 years since the Anniversary 1 came out.
Do
that one again. Never stop releasing Anniversary Halos. That is the point.
Oh, man. That's...
Dude, that's something that...
fun.
Okay. No, that is... Let me say this. Right? Whether you're... Never played it, or you're a PlayStation fan, so you can never admit it, Halo 1, 2, through 3, with ODST and Reach, are phenomenal games.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, no, they're great games.
Every 10 years, they should just remake all of them. Make with the newest graphics. Not even change anything, just newest graphics to make it look phenomenal, so that all the new gamers who haven't played it because it looks old can have a fresh taste of it.
Oh, yeah.
Get on the good stuff.
Oh, yeah, that'd be good.
And then all of the old fans will forget when you fuck up Halo 5, because they'll be like, Halo 5 was a fuck up. I'll go play Halo 1 Anniversary Edition.
Oh, oh yes.
It looks even better.
Oh.
And it's a great story. When did this come out? 2000? Nah, bullshit. Anniversaries. Where's Halo 3? Fuck.
Oh, man.
Fuck.
Yes.
Anyway.
You got worked up there.
10 years. 10 years. We should have seen it in 2017.
Should have.
We should have seen it. They should have announced it in 2015. They should have just been like, hey guys, Halo 3 Anniversary. And you know what would have happened? All these people who are like, Xbox doesn't have any exclusives anymore would have been like, well, Xbox have it. They've got it. God of War, go fuck yourself. We're getting Halo 3 again.
Oh, man. But who cares about having games that are specific for consoles anymore?
Well, it would also give an opportunity to put Halo 3 looking brilliant on the PCs. Because Master Chief Collection brought Halo to the PC. The last Halo they got was Halo 2.
Yes.
That brought it there.
Yep.
Now make it look good. Make it look good.
Yeah.
And everyone will throw away their PlayStation. They'll just be like, should have bought an Xbox. They made Halo look good.
Look, I don't think they'd throw away the PlayStations.
You're right, they punted out a window.
Mainly because there's still exclusives on it.
They just punted out a window. Like, they made Halo look good.
Yes.
Again. No, they're fucking done again. New look Halo. Punt my PlayStation out a window. Oh, there's PlayStation 17. Oh, they just released the anniversary editions of Halo. Straight out the window. This is useless to me now.
Just like a...
No, if we're being serious, by that point Microsoft will own PlayStation.
Probably.
And then you'll just be able to get it on everything. So.
Yeah, you know, that would end the console war. Because if they own it, there's no point in making another
You'll
console.
just be playing it on your game center.
Yes.
Which you plug into the microchip in the back of your brain.
Oh, yes. Wouldn't that be good?
Elon Musk is working on it, man. And he's never been wrong.
No, not
multiple
once.
times.
No, never, no.
Do you like X?
As in the letter?
As in what Twitter's now called.
Wait, it's called what?
Yeah, Twitter.
No, I didn't know that. I didn't know that. What?
I don't know if it's changed anything. It's just now instead of being blue with a bird, it's now black with an X.
Is it a red X by any chance?
No, it's just a white and black X.
Just a white and black X. Okay.
Yeah, someone.
There were two options. It was going to have red trimmings or white.
I was with one of my students and they kind of jumped onto it and I was just like, I'm looking at it, I'm like, what the fuck were you on? And they're like, Twitter. I'm like, oh. I hate this.
I had no idea.
I'm like, I hated normal Twitter, but I really hate this. Thank you, Elon. Once again, proving that just because you have all the money in the world doesn't mean you make good choices.
That's weird.
I think it is his plan to just drive everyone off Twitter.
Probably.
Hey, meet me on X later.
That just sounds wrong.
I'll send you a X.
Not.
upon my realization that Halo 3 has not yet got its remaster, it's been well over. It's almost been 20 years, guys. Almost 20 years. If it's 20 years and we haven't had a remaster of Halo 3, I say we just go to 343.
Yeah.
We break down their doors.
Oh, yeah.
And we stand there like parents over the top of them.
Like
do your work.
Do it now.
Sit down and do your homework. No candy until it's done. Eat your broccoli. But, yeah. And make Halo. Fuck. No. So I had a realization last night, right?
Yeah.
And in terms of realization, it wasn't a good realization.
Okay.
It wasn't a bad realization. It was just one of those realizations you have.
Okay. Yes.
Are you wondering what a good realization is and a bad realization?
No, I understand.
I can break them down for you.
No, I know they are.
I'll break them down.
I'm wondering what the hell you're on about.
I'll break these down for Kris because you can see the visible confusion on his face. His smug, ugly face. A good realization is waking up and remembering, holy crap, I'm George Clooney. Rich and good looking. That's a pretty good realization.
It is.
Bad realization. Waking up and remembering you're the Zodiac Killer.
Yeah.
Realization. Not great.
No.
Could you imagine that? Waking up in the morning, checking your list. Things to do today. Get milk. Check the car in for a service. I'm the Zodiac. Oh, right. No, the realization I had is that I'm terrible at making plans. But not in the sense that most people are terrible at making plans.
Yeah.
Because most people say, I'm terrible at making plans. And they are literally terrible at making plans.
Yes.
They make a plan and they're like, I don't know, guys, just kind of whenever. Whereas I am very good at that element.
Oh, yes.
The plan is made. It's just, my problem is, and you can test to this because you've seen the page, I suck at the actual following the plan that I've made.
Yeah.
And it's not because I just don't want to follow it. It's because when I'm making the plan, I literally do things I'm like, I don't want to do that. It's like I was thinking about like comparing it to like the military sense, and I'd be like the dude who's like, okay, we're gonna do a beach assault, and then like on the day of the beach assault, I'm like, what the fuck are we doing? This is a stupid idea. I don't want to go on the beach. And it's like, well, why did you plan for us to do this? It's like, because at the time it seemed like a good idea, but I also knew that I didn't want to fucking do it. And that's my problem with planning, and that's what I realized. My problem with planning comes from the fact that I plan things. I go, tomorrow I'm doing this. 100% this is what I'm doing. And then I get to tomorrow and I'm like, okay, I've got to do this. I start doing it and then I'm like, I don't want to do this. This is the worst thing I could be doing right now. Why did I do this? Why did I plan this?
Do it all the time.
What the fuck was I thinking? Fucking past Darcy who just went in and was like, hey, future Darcy, fuck you.
I get it. Because I do it all the time.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
And I was just like, that was my realization. I was just like, oh, fuck. Past Darcy hates future Darcy. He's like sitting there like, okay, so I'm going to plan something
just
that
like
I don't want to do.
Just writing on a piece of paper thinking, fuck this guy.
Yeah. It's like, fuck you.
And you 2 days later, it's like,
oh, fuck.
it's literally me. What the fuck am I doing?
Why am I doing this? I don't want to do this. I never would want to do this. Well, fuck that guy.
Fuck off me.
That guy's a real piece of dick.
Oh, man.
No.
Because how much of that list have you gone through?
Oh, I've done a bit. But then I also just went and did things that weren't on it because I was like, no, I want to do this. I was like looking at one, I'm like, I should play this game. And I'm like, yeah, that'd be a fun game to play. I want to play Halo. Where's that on the list? It's not on the fucking list. Why didn't you put a game I actually want to play on the list?
Jesus Christ.
Fuck you.
That sounds right.
Fuck you, past me.
Oh, man. Yo.
No. Yeah, that was my realization. I was just like, holy shit.
Actually, I'm surprised that's not on the list.
The worst.
I'm surprised Halo isn't on the list. That's what we keep talking about doing.
It's on the list for you and me to play.
Oh, just not you solo.
Okay. It was just never on the list for me to play solo. I'm like, what the fuck am I talking about? I play Halo all the time.
May as well record it occasionally.
Exactly. I was just like, fuck you, past Darcy. I'm changing the plan. But yeah, it's just like, hey guy, he purposely does this. And I think that's the realization. I realized I purposely fuck myself over.
Yep.
It's what I do.
Look, I feel if there was ever a point you could send a message back, it'd just be, You're a real piece of fucking work.
Well, let me get this. You did. Someone looks at it. That's the worst thing anyone's ever called you. No, it's future Darcy. He's just unhappy with a plan I made. What plan? I don't know. I haven't made it yet, but he is pissed off.
or the better one is like, what plan? This one. This one right here.
What plan? I don't know, but I think it's going to be rather devious.
Let's see.
Fuck that guy, am I right?
But then, wouldn't that, in that case, then be future Darcy's fault? Because it made you start thinking of something
No,
devious.
that's a paradox.
True, it is.
Yeah. Don't want any of those.
No.
Sorry, I just read something.
Okay.
It says Maura. It's like, who would want to go there? And it's literally dirt.
It is.
It's like, oh, that's what's on the magnet. Dirt. And it just says Maura. It's like, way to sell it, guys.
It's your bog standard mining town.
Yeah, I know, but it's like, way to sell it, guys. Like, look at those ones. Those ones have like mountains and rivers and look beautiful. It's like Maura. Dirt. Yeah, we got some dirt, yo.
Yeah.
And it's right next to an island picture. Sorry about that. I get easily distracted, especially when I'm fuming about Halo 3 not being released yet.
Oh, jeez.
And to top it off, I'm also mad because Kris told me that Netflix does games. And that's
Mobile games.
That's fuming. I'm furious about that. As I said to him when he told me about it, I'd literally prefer Netflix to come to my house and poke me in the eye with a stick.
He did say that.
And I would actually prefer that. I will not play your mobile games.
No,
I don't even have a Netflix account anymore. And I will not play your mobile games. You can't make me. Okay? I don't watch your shows. I don't play your games. If you told me that I had to, I would literally be like, come to my house and poke me in the eye with a stick. I'll provide the stick.
Is it just going to be a knife?
No, that would be ridiculous. I love my eyes. They're great.
Okay, fine.
Way better than yours. Well, we're kind of getting towards the end of the podcast, Kris. We've been on for a little bit. But before we finish, I kind of want to we live in Rockhampton. Mm-hmm. We've mentioned this before.
Yes.
It often baffles us, confuses us, leaves us perplexed. Not because the people here are so complex, but because they're weird. And I kind of found two examples of this, and I thought I'd bring them up under this title. And this title, ready? This title, the title that's overarching this segment, Rockhampton, built different. And for my examples of Rockhampton built different, and guys, I want you to put your examples of Rockhampton built different. I know you all have them. Everyone who is my friend who also lives in this town. Kris probably has a few examples that you might share. But the two that I want to share, starting us off, the Leadfoot Granny. I kid you not. I'm driving to Yeppoon the other day. This little old lady, bless her heart, barely can see over the steering wheel, kind of like one of these ones. And she is tearing down the highway at over 120 kilometers an hour.
Oh, hell yeah.
Just... I'm like, okay, either she has no idea what's going on because she is confused and scared, or that's Leadfoot Granny. And Leadfoot Granny ain't got time for your shit. Back in her day, she used to fucking fly fighter jets fighting the Japanese. She ain't got time. She ain't got time to be sitting behind you doing 95. She got places to be. And she is going to overtake every single one of you motherfuckers, even though she probably can't see you because she's wearing glasses that are this fucking big and can barely see over the steering wheel.
The best thing I've heard today.
Well,
I haven't seen that one.
As I said, I saw that and I'm no 99 kilometer an hour driver on the highway. I drive at that 100 axis. What am I trying to say? Asterisk. I drive at axes.
I would have said it sooner, but it was,
what the fuck
I was having fun with you saying different words.
Axis of evil, graphs. What the fuck am I talking about? I drive at that 100 asterisks.
Yep.
No,
As do I.
Can't explain what the asterisk means.
Nope.
That would be telling.
Yes.
But I'm driving along, right? I'm in front of a bunch of cars because I'm like, fuck, I'm not getting behind you, fuck. Especially when you like driving along and you're accelerating and you're like, oh, I'm accelerating past 90 and all the cars are falling back behind me. Fucking thank God I'm not with them. And then all of a sudden, and I'm just like, hey, Granny just overtook. And I knew it was her because she'd actually pulled up behind me at the lights. So I'd seen her and I was like, oh, fuck, I do not want to be anywhere near this woman. She's going to be a disaster.
Don't worry, she made sure you weren't.
And then she was just like, and I was just like, that's so fast. I'm like, fast. I'm up to speed, and she's gone. I can't. Wow, she's off. God bless her soul.
Oh yes. That's
if you find a granny in Rockhampton wrapped around a tree, just pray it wasn't Leadfoot Granny. We need her.
Me too.
The other one that I found, Rockhampton built different, is full off-road spec. You know, big tires, fresh wheels, headlights, the antenna, roof rack.
Oh yeah.
Honda Jazz.
What?
Just some dude and his off-road Honda Jazz. And I was like driving next to it, and I'm just like,
what? No.
I'm fairly sure he's lifted that.
Oh yeah.
It's only gone up by about this much. It's only about a 1 centimeter lift. But boy, has he done it. Because he's just a guy.
What?
He's just a guy who has his Honda Jazz, but went, you know what? I want an affordable, fuel-efficient car. But I like to go off-roading occasionally. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to buy my Honda Jazz. And I'm going to spec it for going off-road. Yes.
Oh, that's...
I've got 6 fucking fog lights attached to the front of it. Yes, I've got a whippet aerial. Because I don't want to lose my radio.
Oh, no, of course.
Yes, I've got a roof rack that if Darcy was standing next to it would be nipple height. But no. Rockhampton. Built different.
Oh, yes. Yes.
Yeah, no, those were my two, and I was just like, oh, God. Leadfoot Granny and off-road Honda Jazz.
I don't have anything that good. Most of the stuff I deal with is like, you stop at a set of traffic lights, and you're behind the granny and the P-plater. It's not Leadfoot Granny, but which one would you pick to get behind?
Oh, neither.
If you had no choice.
In that situation, I'm pretty sure it's crap.
Pretty much. See, a lot of the time...
There is no winning here.
It's always a gamble with me. It's like, which one do I want to be behind? Who's going to take off faster? Well, I saw the granny driving. It's clearly the P-plater. Get behind the P-plater. I'm like, no, I fucking should have stayed behind her. Yeah. The hell? Because it's what you expect from a P-plater. Plant the foot. No.
I've actually seen a lot of P-plater drivers recently.
Recently.
Who are just like, what do you mean it's 100 zone? I only know how to drive at 60.
Well, I know a few people that are like, as soon as it gets dark, they won't do over 80. They'll be on the highway doing 80.
Oh.
No.
There's some nice sunsets recently on the highway.
Oh, yes?
It's been just cool enough that you've got that perfect gradient change.
Oh,
from like orange with all of like the mountains and trees and stuff silhouetted perfectly by the orange.
Yeah.
Then through to purple. And you're just like,
that's nice.
That's pretty nice.
It is.
Yeah.
I'm always inside. I never see it.
But, yeah. Yes. But yeah, like
Well, actually, except for that one time I walked out of work, and I was just reflecting off the roof of my car as well. Perfect. Worked well.
We could talk about one of Jordan's Rockhampton built different moments.
Yeah.
Technically, the people weren't from Rockhampton, but it was in Rockhampton.
It'll do.
And boy, was it built different, because I don't know many airports that get electrified. So our mate Jordan, hi, is an electrician, and he tells this wonderful story. And if he's ever on the podcast, we'll get him to tell it, because he is just fuming about it. But pretty much...
Hey, no, you will.
Some plasterers screwed a live electrical cable to a metal beam and made the entire metal structure of our brand new airport upgrade in Rockhampton. electric. And I think that comes under the Rockhampton built different kind of moniker. But yeah,
that's
just can't beat Leadfoot Granny and off-road jazz.
no. If I find something that does, I'll let you know. But holy shit!
Now Kris can finally, contribute to the podcast. He's out there. He's got his eyes. He's looking for it. He's looking for his built different moment.
I will. I'll find one.
They're out there. They're always out there. God, are they out there?
This is why I stay at home.
Oh,
Actually, would have loved to have seen Leadfoot Granny and the whole jazz.
it was a good Monday. That was a one day.
Oh, jeez. That's good. Oh. Man, I was just at work. God damn it.
The stuff you will see when you're just going around this town. It's like
I don't go around.
It's like that little guy that always used to wear like the velour suits. Do you remember him?
No.
I think he passed on, but he would always have a like velvet cowboy hat.
No, geez, okay.
And a suit that matched it in color. So he must have had hundreds of these things.
Oh yeah.
Because you'd see him one day and he'd be in like burgundy. Then the next day he'd be in bright blue.
Jeez.
Then the day after that, green. And he had his hat that matched his suit. Then you're just like, why? You have enough money to afford that, but why?
I mean, I don't know. Jordan told me about one time.
Yeah.
When he was travelling a bit more, I think it was while he was at Stanwell.
Yep.
They used to drive past a guy that would be running almost every morning.
On the highway.
Or just heading out towards that way. So they were still in town, technically.
Okay.
But I believe they called him Floppy Hands.
Okay.
Because he used to run with his arms up here.
That's built different.
It is. Holy shit. They used to they were driving past and occasionally they would just yell, "Hey, Floppy Hands! Hey!"
Yeah. So there you go, guys. Rockhampton built different.
Yep.
I've given you two. Jordan's given you two.
Yeah.
Chuck your story. If you have anyone, Rockhampton built different. If you're not from Rockhampton, let us know how your town's built different.
Yeah.
Really.
Please do.
Go nuts. We love these stories. And remember, it's all fun and games until you're the one with the floppy hands.
Oh, man.
Fucking floppy hands.
I never saw it. Jordan describing it while doing the run. Perfect. We'll have to get him to do it at the snow trip.
I can just imagine how funny that would look with his head going as well.
Oh, that'd be great.
Oh well, guys. Yeah.
Oh, man.
I think we've come to the end of another
think
podcast. So. I think we've kind of covered everything we need to cover.
Yep.
Make Halo 3. Do it. 343. Or you're going to get Daddy Darcy. You won't like that. But other than that, guys, thank you for joining us. As always, I've been Darcy. He's been Kris.
Yes.
If you have your stories, please put them in.
Please
comment
them.
As always, we really do hope you've enjoyed this.
And if they're really
if you're furious about the fact that Halo 3 and Halo ODST have yet to be remastered too, just, fucking let me know. I'm furious about it as well. And yeah, stay tuned for more videos from the channel, more information on the Patreon and future changes. If you have any games that you would like to see us play,
yes,
put them there as well.
Solo or together. Doesn't really matter.
Yep. And yeah, hope we've given you a little bit of insight into the old Insanity Factory. We'll catch you next time, guys.
So,
And as always, please like, share, subscribe, and comment.
Of course, yes.
That would be good. Preferably about the weirdness of your town.
Please.
Built different.
Hey, look, if they're good enough stories, they might pop up.
If they're good enough stories, I'll share them. I'll share them. I love them.
Please.
I love them.
Yeah.
See you later.
So.
Floppy heads. Oh!
Big smart ass.
And you'll say, yes, chef. And he'll say, fuck you. And you're like, oh, that's right, you're Gordon Ramsay.
Oh, no.
Oh, I forgot I worked under you. Oh.
How unfortunate. Yeah.
You know how Jamie Oliver's the really positive, nice guy? I was like, did he just like, you know what?
Did he see that and be like, no, fuck that?
He saw Jamie Oliver and went, he's got the nice guy cornered. I know. I'll be the arsehole. And that way no one will ever confuse us. So I was just wondering if that's like something that he did, like subconsciously. It's just like, no, he's the nice one. I've got to be an arsehole.
Maybe. Because
You never know.
I think it just depends on who he's with.
Oh yeah, probably.
He's
Also probably
very
depends
nice with
on
kids.
Oh yes. You call this a fucking cake? Smashes it in this like 4-year-old's face and was like, fuck you! You get the fuck out!
I would watch that show.
Yeah, I would do. It would actually be.
It would be gold.
What would you call it? Because he's already got Hell's Kitchen. He's already got Kitchen, whatever it is, the one where he goes into places and saves their kitchen.
Kitchen Nightmares?
Kitchen Nightmares.
Yeah.
He's already got the F word. So what, would it just be called Gordon Ramsay swears at children and makes them cry?
I mean, you could, and people would watch it.
Oh, have you seen the new Gordon Ramsay show? What's it called? Gordon Ramsay swears at children and makes them cry. No, but seriously, what's it called? It's his title. What does he do in it? He swears at children.
Did you hear the title? That's what he does.
Self-explanatory.
Self-explanatory.
Yeah, no, I'd watch it.
I'd fuck it. It'd be the best.
I'd watch it.
Do it, Gordon Ramsay. Do it.
Yeah, fucking Gordon. Give us a call. We'll set it up. We'll find you some kids who suck at cooking.
I don't have food.
I want to be young. Chinese.
Why'd you go straight for my foot? What?
You're such a weirdo, baby. Did Georgie go to bed? Did he leave you all alone? You're just a baby. You're just a baby. Oh, you're just a baby. That's my finger. Oh, hello. Yes, sir. Oh, you're just a baby. And he left you all alone. Did he leave you all alone and you're just a baby?
He did.
Hey, hello, baby. How you doing? How's life? How's things? What's going down? You good? Did you go see Dad? What was that? Are you off? Okay, bye. Do you want to go see Dad? We'll go open the door for you. Yeah, I'm coming. God damn it.